Hey, how we doing, everybody? Welcome into this week's edition of the Inner Circle podcast. On the show this week, we are talking to one of the best in the National Football League in bringing down opposing quarterbacks. Someone who finished second in the NFL in total sacks this past season, only to Myles Garrett. He had 16 and a half of those. We're talking about Brian Burns of the New York Giants. What would it mean to him to bring the city of New York and Giants fans everywhere a Super Bowl championship? How he got the nickname Spider-Man. Burns, of course, coming off a Pro Bowl visit. He was there this past week in San Francisco. So we begin the show talking about the Pro Bowl and what it was like for Aaron Donald back in the day to go to one of his many Pro Bowls and hanging out at the bar with some offensive linemen who, well, let's just say, didn't want to take the game as seriously as AD.
My first Pro Bowl experience, and our first Pro Bowl was in Arizona, right? It was still a game. Then it wasn't flag football. And I remember walking past the bar, a couple of the older veteran offensive linemen see me like, "Hey, Donald, you know this is a Pro Bowl, man. We don't need you going out there 100 miles per hour. Make sure you turn it down." So I'm in my head, I'm thinking like, "What you talking about? This is ball, man." So yeah. When I was there, the game was different. They was trying to take care of each other, get out healthy. It was like more like a walkthrough on damn game day. Now they changed it to flag football. How you feel about the Pro Bowl now? How was that experience for you?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of indifferent on it. Like, I kind of want to compete. I kind of want it to be a little bit better as far as what we do, and maybe get the big guys a little more involved, make it a little more exciting for the fans. But I mean, all in all, it's a celebration, and all in all, it's a celebration for what everybody's accomplished throughout the season. So it's always a blessing to go to the Pro Bowl, man.
BJ, tell them about Alcatraz. For the Pro Bowl, basically when it was in Orlando, they always basically rent out all of Universal for all the Pro Bowl players and their families and agents or whatever. And so it's actually a pretty cool event because you could go through Universal in 3 hours or 4 hours and maybe see 5 people. It's crazy. There's no lines. There's no nothing. It's an unbelievable event. All the restaurants, food's free, everything. Well, to replace that, when they did it out in San Francisco, it was everyone gets on some buses and we're going to go board a boat with a few appetizers on the boat and some drinks, and we're going to Alcatraz.
and Pro Bowl?
Yes, Pro Bowl, and we went there, and it was nighttime. So go ahead, BJ. You tell them what you were telling me the whole time about the video game stuff.
It was smooth. It was because it was. Actually, more people came than what we thought, but everybody came. But it was smooth, bro. But honestly, because I had a great time because that where we went, that island is a map on Call of Duty. So when we play Resurgence, I've been to that island 1,000 times. I know exactly where I died, who I killed, where the buy stations at, everything. So when we was walking through, I was just really trying to map it out, see how accurate the game was. But it was low-key kind of hard. I ain't gonna lie, I enjoyed it.
Everywhere we're walking, Brian's like, "All right, so this is where I died." Right? Oh yeah. He goes. Right, he's like, I was like, "What do you mean this is where you died?" He's like, "No, I got just." He goes, "Watch out around this corner. Watch around this corner." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Yeah, see that window up there? You got to watch out for the shooter." I was like, "What?"
They be sniping out that window, huh?
Yeah, bro. They had everything down to a T. I ain't gonna lie. It was real accurate, like 90%, 85% correct. You feel me? So it was fun. It was fun though.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool time.
They had some wicked stories, like the people that worked there. They had some wicked stories about how it was back then and the treatments that they was giving the prisoners. That was a little eerie, but other than that, it was good. And then Todd left me, so I got lost. But other than that, it was all good.
Hold on. He said I left him. There were 2 boats leaving, one at 7, one at 8:15. I lost him. I don't know where they went.
And you took the 7 boat. He took the 8:15, yeah?
Oh, I didn't know, but I knew for sure I was not going to get stuck there and
and
have to wait for the 8. So I went back to the boat and I got on. The boat's packed, so I'm thinking he's on there. I had no idea. I don't even think it was till later that night I saw him and I realized we weren't even on the same boat. But no, I was not going to get stuck there for the extra hour and 15 minutes. It was cold. I couldn't find him. It was dark. I was like, all right. It
was cold as hell.
Yeah, it was cold. Last thing I want to do is get stuck in Alcatraz for the night. So yeah, that wouldn't be good. But it was cool to see in Alcatraz, when the guys that escaped, they had their cells and they had they kind of made these fake heads and stuffed them, and they kind of showed them in their beds and how they kind of try to fool the guards, and they had the holes still in the original cell with the spoons that they dug out from. Pretty crazy.
Other than that, Burns, what was the highlight, right? What was the highlight of the week for you, kind of going through the game, Alcatraz, and then finishing up strong. I'm sure some eventful evenings, to say the least.
He stayed through the Super Bowl, so he was there all week. He
You
did great.
went to the Super Bowl?
No.
No.
I was about to say, you don't go to that motherfucker till you make it there, man. You ain't
Yeah,
supposed to go watch that
going,
shit.
I never step to the Super Bowl unless I'm going, unless I'm playing it.
I want to talk a little ball with him. I want to hear the mindset, right? He had a successful season, 16 and a half sacks, a career high for you. Second team All-Pro, should have been a first team All-Pro guy, right?
Yeah.
How you feel about that? About that team, right? I think y'all got a pretty good defense. How's it playing with Dexter Lawrence and them guys, right? You liking it?
Man. Yeah, I'm loving it. Shit. I'm loving it playing next to Dex. Dex demands so much attention, man. It's amazing. And we got some more pieces. We got Abdul, still got KT. And it's just like our D-line is like a dream D-line. We just really got to, everything got to mesh well, from the back end to the front. And I'm really excited. You know what I'm saying? I'm really excited for this year coming up. Abdul getting another year on his belt. I feel like I'm really stepping into who I am and who I should have been. Well, who I've been, but that's another topic. But I'm really stepping into who I am. I'm getting comfortable, in New York. So, it's been great. But like, this is my first time going into a season with like solidified guys in each area. In Carolina, there's a lot of question marks over the quarterback.
Yeah.
When I first got here, it was a question mark over the quarterback, but now I finally have, like, that's the guy, that's who's going to be our guy. That's, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a sense of comfort, just knowing what you got. But as far as the defense, man, I feel like the sky's the limit for us and this D-line for sure. I'm super excited for what's bound to happen.
And that coaching is going to help y'all a lot too, man. A guy that did it, that lived it, had a lot of success as a head coach that can bring that experience to a young group, a young offensive group for sure, man. A lot of potential. I'm a fan of seeing you work out there, man. What you able to do. Would have loved to be able to play with you, bro. But I definitely been checking. I know, man. I heard. You know what I'm saying? So. From afar, man, I've been watching you, man. Just keep it up, keep grinding, man, because sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. What kind of goals is in your scenes? What you trying to accomplish? Like, is there some defensive player of the years? Obviously, the ultimate goal is to get to the playoffs and trying to win a Super Bowl. But what you chasing? What push you? What motivates you?
Yeah, the Super Bowl always a goal. Individually, I'm really trying to join that dub club. It's only a couple guys that's in it. I feel like I was close this year, but I was really just scratching the surface. Just due to like what I can do, I feel like. But I'm really trying to get into that dub club, and everything after that, I feel like will take its course as far as decoy or any more first team, any more All Pros, Pro Bowls, whatever it is. But I'm just trying to handle my process. That's kind of something I was big on last year, and I think I can even take it to a bigger level because I wasn't too happy with the way I finished the year. Due to just nicks and bruises and everything like that. I feel like my rushes in the beginning were better. But that, it's just part of the process. It's part of, improving. Like, I don't ever want to get complacent to the point where I think I got it all and I got all the answers. So, while I'm in this game and while I can still play, I just want to make sure that I take complete advantage of everything.
Harbaugh had that Ravens defense, Brian, balling. Obviously, he's your new head coach. Now, any conversations with him? And what do you think the transition will be like with the new head coach and what you've experienced in the past?
Yeah, I had a couple conversations with him. One thing about him, I know he loved ball for sure. Every time we talk about it, his voice lights up about anything with ball. So I already kind of know what I'm getting myself into with as far as him as a coach. And just in comparison to other coaches I've had in the past, I would say, just from like the obvious, like he's the guy that's done it so long, has so much success, with the Ravens. He's won before. He's been in those tough situations. Like, I don't feel like it's been a moment that he hasn't seen. And I feel like with this young group that we had last year, it always came down to like fourth quarter leads, one-score games. Like, it was real close. I just think that we didn't handle the critical situations the way we should have. But I feel like with a guy like him that's seen it all and been there before, I feel like we're going to handle it perfectly.
Am I doing this right, by the way? Am I doing this right? Get you right here, Spider-Man. How am I doing it?
Where did that celebration come from? And how the hell is you able to bend like that with them damn pads on? That's crazy, bro. Like, where did that come from?
Every time I see him try to do the post, he always do something like this. Nah, it came from a vine, bro. When I was back in college, it came from a vine. And Spider-Man always been like my favorite character and whatnot, but I was just goofing around in practice, just doing whatever. One day in the game, Wake Forest, got my second sack. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna hit it. I hit it. They got a crazy picture out of it, and from that point on, it blew up like insane. So I was just like, you know what, like I like this. This is gonna be my thing.
Yeah, that shit's fair. That's probably one of the best celebrations in the league. And I'm like, how is you able to do that shit with the pads on? Though? That shit's crazy. Every time be like Cause I can't even bend that way. I don't know how the hell you do that.
You too swole, man. You got to cut down on the muscles.
When you're in New York, Brian, you're recognized on the streets. Are they calling you Bri, Burns? They calling you Spider-Man?
Spidey.
Spidey.
Yeah. Most of the time it's either they either say Burns or they say Spidey, Spider-Man, something like that. That's most of the time. But and then the kids, they love it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's one of the happiest things when I'm doing it, or when I see a kid that every time he see me, he'll do something like that. That's kind of like the joy in it.
What's a Brian Burns offseason look like? What's your training regimen? Like, is you a guy that take a month off, or you right back to work? Like, what's the grind look like to what you trying to do and what you trying to accomplish, right? Because a hard work, for everything you trying to do, it's hard work, right? That's what's gonna come with it. The shit you doing when nobody's watching. So what's the offseason look like for Brian Burns?
For sure, I definitely take a little break. Try to relax a little bit, maybe take a little trip or something like that for a month. But yeah, now when I get back to it, like once I set a date as to this is when we starting, it's non-negotiable from that point. So as far as like the drinking, the late nights, it's kind of just like I cut it out. But I kind of decide I'm not a very strict as far as like every off season on this day, this is when I start. I kind of go by how my body feel. Like if I had a tough season and I had a lot of things I gotta fix and whatnot, then I take a little bit longer. But if I'm fresh, I probably hop right back into working out and get my body right.
AD, BJ will be out in California in March. I think it's something that we do. So maybe y'all can get a workout in like you did with Verse.
Yeah, don't treat me like Verse.
Come on, I need a workout partner, man. You always welcome, man. You always welcome. Get a little work, man. I'm just the old retired guy now, so it ain't too hard, man. He's overdoing. He over exaggerated, man. It ain't that hard.
I ain't gonna lie, AD. You're not finna trick me, bro. I swear, you're not finna trick me at all.
A little work ain't never hurt nobody, man.
I'm the old retired guy.
We chasing greatness. That's it. We gonna push you, get the best out of you. Here you go.
Sure.
Hey, BJ, you have something accomplished in your NFL career. One thing that AD has never done, never did. Any idea what that is?
One thing I've accomplished in my touchdown, maybe.
Let's go. Sorry, AD.
That's fucked up, Zach. That's fucked up. I was trying. I'm like, I was trying to get me an interception off a screen or a tackle. There was one time, and what year was that? Was it 2016? It was a fumble against the Falcons. I scoops it. I runs in and I do the front flips in the end zone. I throws the balls at my kids. The fireworks goes off. I'm thinking I scored. They said, nah, incomplete pass. I said, that motherfucker took 3 steps. They took my touchdown away, man. So I ain't never get me a touchdown, man. I was chasing it for so long. Couldn't get it, though. But it's all good, man. It's all good.
It's all good, man. You got the trophies in the back, and you got everything else that anybody else can wish for. So you straight, bro.
Hey, Brian, tell everybody, like, because people don't understand, like, when you go to the Super Bowl and you're not in the game, right? And people are like, what do you mean you're there? Like, what are you doing? People have no idea all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes and all that stuff. So, I know what you did because I was with you a bunch, but tell Zach also just kind of what we were doing or what you were doing all week in terms of like daytime and then nighttime and all the different things that are going on.
Man, I feel like it's a great opportunity to network, just through brands, being able to like put your face out there, because, when we play the game, we always got a helmet on. So they don't never really know who we are or like even what we look like at sometimes, just to be able to get with these brands and really network and partnership out here is important. And that's mainly what you do throughout the week of the Super Bowl is just, you got a bunch of appearances, you have some interviews, some PR things, some charity stuff if you want to. And all in all, you're just making connections throughout, that week. So those connections can turn into partnerships maybe through the season, or maybe it could turn into something even bigger. And then after that, you hang out with your agents, your agency, throw little parties, little events here and there. I ain't gonna lie, the A1 house was unbelievable this year. They had everything. Like it was dope. They had everything from wardrobe to IVs to recovery stuff. It was just everything. Metal glasses,
Watches,
haircuts,
chains,
watches,
rings,
everything.
bracelets, haircuts, everything.
Drinks,
Smoothies,
everything.
yeah,
Everything was lit.
everything.
So it'd be amazing, man. It'd be amazing. It's an amazing experience, and that really be like the highlight of the week, honestly. So
What
yeah, that'd be great.
What'd you think of the media center when you were there for the media? You were doing the Madden stuff there, but like just in general, the whole
The
scene there. Explain
Radio
what that
Row.
looks like. Yeah, explain what that looks like.
I don't even know if you can explain how that look. It's kind of that's kind of all over the place. It's like it's low key like a circus in there, but it's just a whole bunch of like interviews and stations, of people just doing their passion, And I remember as soon as I got done with the EA thing, I got met with a dog. I got met with a dog interview, and that's because they know how much I love my puppies. So I got met with a dog interview, but that's just like an example of how diverse the reporters or whoever's doing whatever in there. Like you could really do anything.
It was random. Like some dog TV person came up with a microphone
Dog TV, that's what it was.
in Brian's
Yeah.
face. But the way the media center is set up is it's a huge convention center, and on the perimeter of the convention center in the one area is every major network. You have NBC Pro Football Talk has its station, and then Fox has its, and Sirius Radio has its. Pat McAfee has its whole setup and stage, and the whole thing set up, and then you have like Nickelodeon, and you'll have CBS, and just everybody around. NFL Network's got a huge thing, and then that's all around the perimeter, and then the interior is every local sports radio station in the country there. And so players are there, they're doing interviews, whether they're doing something for a brand, or like Brian was there for doing something with Madden, and he was doing some streaming thing. There's a lot of that. And then in the convention center next door, that was obviously NFL Experience, where the people can go run and jump and do all the different things and experience that stuff. But Brian, I thought it was pretty cool. We were leaving and jumping into a car behind the scenes in some alley, and then who did you see in the alley? And you guys were like hiding from each other. And, yeah, go ahead.
Talking about Jameis, bro. Jameis got to be one of my favorite teammates ever, bro. I swear. But yeah, that's who we seen, because I didn't want to leave. I wanted to stay in there and walk around a little bit and see what was going on.
You said it was Jameis Winston?
Yeah, Jameis. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jameis Winston. Jameis ran behind some type of wall or something, trying to hide and poke his head out, just being Jameis. But yeah, man, it was great to see Jameis. That's one of my favorite teammates ever. Funniest guy.
He wanted to stay and do more media stuff, but we were hustling because we had to go what? He had another
Yeah,
paid
he did something
appearance.
else. Yeah.
He had
Make
to
that
go.
money, man. Go make that money,
Todd's doing
man.
his job. Getting
Not me.
paid.
No, I don't do the marketing.
Your team, yes.
That's what they do. I was just along for the ride. I told him he could stay, and then Julie got mad at me because she's like, "No, we can't." I was like, "Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Julie, you can't."
Jules don't play that.
She don't
Yeah.
play.
Jules ain't gonna play no games.
Brian, Todd's talking, he talks shit all the time about the media. But AD, I think we clap it up right now for the 2025 New York Giants Pro Football Writers Association, George Young, Ernie Accorsi Media Good Guy Award, Mr. Brian Burns. Brian, recognized by the big, bad New York media as one of the good guys. So from a media member to you helping us out, my brothers and sisters in New York, man, thanks for representing and give those guys some good quotes. So I appreciate you, man. That's awesome.
For sure, man. Appreciate it.
Brian's got an unbelievable. He's a great player. He's a better person. He's unbelievable personality. He's funny. He's intense. So you'll get all emotions from him. He'll tell you like it is. If he's pissed how he played or how someone else played, he'll share it. He's not ducking from the media, but he also is very articulate and explains everything in detail. And then he's funny as can be. Like those that don't know, I mean, go see some of his Instagram posts. They are, his Halloween stuff is epic. I mean, absolute epic stuff that he posts. It's just, I love it.
I love the Halloween stuff. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he's the guy we should have on next October for Halloween, so you can hear what he's doing.
I really should start planning now. I keep procrastinating every time Halloween come around. I don't start planning till like 3 weeks out, and I'll be just trying to scramble for something. But they usually come out pretty good every time.
It's unbelievable.
You mentioned the dog interview. The animals are really close to your heart. I mean, with my cleats, my cause. I know that was involved. Always raising awareness. Where'd that love for the puppies come from, man? Those four-legged family friends.
Man, I had dogs all my life from a youngin', so it's kind of just like in me, like we just a dog family. And like at one point when I was younger, I had like maybe like seven or eight dogs at once, but it was just like
Man,
weird.
get the hell
stuff.
out of here. Hold on. Time out. 7
I'm
or
so
8
serious.
what dogs? So where were
dogs,
all
like
the
seven.
dogs at in the
It was like
backyard?
seven. Yeah, it was a family dog. Let me break it down. So we had Boss, that's a pit. We had Bria, that was another pit. We had Lou, that was like a red nose pit, like a little short red nose pit. And we had Bria. I said Bria already, right? Boss, Bria, yeah, I said Bria.
Too many freaking dogs. You don't remember their names,
That
AD.
was a mutt. So Hannibal was a mutt, but he was mixed with a pit. Then go to my mama's side. We had, go to my mom's side. We had a Shih Tzu. We had a Chihuahua.
That's
Teacup,
crazy.
a teacup Chihuahua at that. And we had my brother dog. Which was also another pit. But we had my brother dog. That was 7 dogs at one point. That's when I was younger, like in like middle school or something like that, like whatever.
But that's
Bro, I
that's
don't
like
know.
taking care of 7 dogs. You have to clean up the shit and have to you walk the dogs and make sure the dogs is cool. See, I would have
It's
just
a hustle, man. No,
I ain't a big dog person. That's like kids. Dogs is like having more kids.
yeah,
It's
it's a hustle. I ain't
responsibilities,
gonna lie to
man.
you. It's a hustle.
Yeah,
But
man, that's
the
crazy.
real problem is like this though, because after all of that, when I got grown, I had my 2 dogs. They had puppies. That's the real hustle. Is the puppies. And like when you got to take care of them, like because I I watched them come out, everything, and I had to take care of them
Oh,
puppies.
yeah, they
And
babies.
she had like
Yeah.
a unique situation where she had 13 of them, but 9 lived and 1 got stuck and was blocking another one from getting
Wow.
out. So she was in labor for 2 days. So she was in pain, and I
Damn.
never took her. I never took her through that again. So I took her because I couldn't figure out why she was still like moping around after all the puppies came out because I thought she was done. Took her in. They seen it or whatever the case may be. She had an emergency C-section. They took the puppies out. Everything was cool. When she was gone, I had to play mama. So now I got about
Yeah.
8 baby bottles trying to feed them. They don't want to eat. They crying all day.
That's
I was up till like
damn.
5 o'clock in the morning. I had to call Ma and say, Ma, I need you to come now, take over. I can't do this shit no more. So Ma came
See, I
over and
need
helped
some
me
help.
out. Yeah,
Damn.
that shit was tough, man. It was tough. That's the hustle.
Brad, just is the media and the fans in New York, is that all that cracked up to be? Obviously, you won the good guy award for dealing with the New York media. I guess compared to maybe what you went through in Carolina with the
Yeah.
fans and the media and the expectations and just the venom or the perception of that.
Yeah, it is. Everything that they say it is, it is. Especially coming from one of the smallest markets to the biggest market,
Yeah,
it's a big difference. Kind of
exactly.
open your eyes a little bit. And
Mm-hmm.
you do have to understand and you realize like everything you do, especially the position I play and the expectations that's held above me. Everything is seen with the like with a spotlight on it. Like everything is just
Magnifying
like
glass for sure.
for sure, yeah. Everything is seen that way. So I kind of just try to handle myself with the utmost respect and most professionalism that I can. Because this is an emotional game at the end of the day. Like I don't know if y'all peeped
Mm-hmm.
that one time after we lost to Denver, that crazy loss we had, and I was walking through the tunnel, low key snapping in my own head. Somebody blew it up and it went crazy viral and they just assumed I was talking about something that I wasn't. And it's just like they can easily take something that you say, even if it wasn't intentional, and like flip the narrative. So I think it's kind of important, and I kind of tell like Abdul and some of the younger guys, like when you do get a chance to speak to these guys, make sure you control your own narrative and don't let them twist your words or try to manipulate you in any kind of way because they can and they have the ability to, and they know
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna get sales, it's gonna get clicks. So yeah, I try my best to handle that professionally as much as I can. But it's definitely a huge difference, man.
Yeah.
Carolina is like family. It's like it feels like it's like a family vibe, and like they're all your friends. Nah, New York, they'll let you be known they don't fuck with you.
Big. Yeah, big market. Definitely, if you ain't winning, you ain't playing good, or you ain't winning, they gonna let you know about that. But hey, when you winning and you making plays, shit, it's gonna open up a lot of doors for you, man. So keep doing your thing, man. Just keep doing your
Bro,
thing, bro.
that's what I've been hearing since I got here, bro. It's just like winning in New York, winning in New York. I'm like, I can't wait to see it. Once we start winning, I can't wait to see how it's
Yeah.
gonna be, man.
Like the individual success is good, but when you get that team success with it, and you like the playoff caliber type of team that's got the opportunity to go to a Super Bowl, or you go to a Super Bowl and win it in a big
Yeah,
market, it's life changing. It's life changing, because football is a small window, right? So it's gonna open up a lot of doors for things after football that's gonna help you build what you're trying to build, and what you're trying to build is your name, is what's a brand, right? So it's
for
gonna kick a
sure.
lot of doors down. Winning in a big market, bro. I'm telling you.
Hmm.
Shit, I'm in LA. I believe me, I won a Super Bowl out here, and I thought I was doing something before with the individual. Like, it's a blessing to accomplish that, but the ultimate goal, the team success, different, bro. It's different. I'm telling you. So just keep working, keep grinding, stay hungry. Yeah, stay hungry, though. Never be satisfied, bro. Yeah, never be satisfied. Just keep working.
Hey, Brian, one of the doors Aaron's been kicking down the latest has been the broadcasting door out in San Francisco for the Super Bowl. He was doing some pregame stuff on the network for NBC. So I want you to tell me your favorite pass rushing move. And then I want our new NBC analyst for the Super Bowl kind of break down what he thinks of those moves when it comes to sacking the quarterback.
My favorite pass rush move would probably be the spin. That's just my favorite move to do. Is either the spin or the ghost. Is one of my favorite moves to do.
That's the Von Miller, the ghost. I know all about that. He used to stay doing that.
Yeah,
What you a chop and spin outside or inside guy, or it don't matter? Spin inside, outside?
Both of them.
Both. Okay. So you get that one-on-one. That's an easy one with your speed, your quickness. Set them up the right way. Shit.
Yeah.
Put them in the blender. Put them in the blender.
That'd be one of the parts of the game that people don't understand is like, like when you have like a D-line that we have, or you have success early on in your NFL career, it's like those one-on-ones start coming less and less. And like you only getting about
you got to find your window. Yep.
And you got to find
Shit,
exactly.
I went through
when you can. I know you know.
Listen, my last 2 years, I was only getting one fucking one-on-one a whole game. I would get double team, triple team, slab protection. I was only getting one. I had one opportunity to get a one-on-one. Everything else I had to work games or just trying to beat 2-3 guys, man. That shit was a headache. So I know everything that you talking about and more. You know what I mean?
It's tough.
People from the outside don't understand. They be like, what? They don't understand that. Like when you start off hot, these teams is gonna start game planning to take you out the game, the chips, the double teams. It's like you can't do that chopping inside. You got that fucking guard waiting for you. You're gonna clean your ass up if you do that. So you know what I mean? So they don't understand the game or how you got to play around with it, man. So that's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, bro, but that's why I love the game of football so much. Is just because of all the small nuances and all the small like details that the regular fan or the average the average Joe may not see. Because they don't know nothing about slide protection. They don't know about the slide side, the man side, double chip looks, max pro. They don't know anything about that. So when they see, like, let's just say you got the slide on the edge and you got that tackle over kicking because he know he has the guard coming to him. They think you may have just got locked up. But it's like, bro, he has help inside, so he know he going to take away my edge. So it's like...
Exactly. Definitely if he kicking out wide, you can't do nothing. What you going to trying to run a fucking hoop around the quarterback? He's going to step up on you. You can't take the inside. You got a guy there. All you can do is work games, man. And definitely if you got a guy chipping you with the slide, motherfucker never got his ribs opened up neither, so they don't understand what that shit feel like, getting the wind knocked out of you with a chip. You know what I mean? They get all under there, hit all that. Man. See, they don't understand. We here, man. The life of a pass rusher, baby.
Know it.
It ain't an easy job, man. It ain't an easy job. Definitely make a name for yourself. Making
it look easy, that's for sure. It's been a fantastic year. 80 touchdowns, the career goals, and winning in New York, man. That's the ultimate, right? Nothing bigger. If you can do it there, you can do it anywhere, as Jay-Z says, right? So congratulations to you, man. Continued success, and don't be a stranger, man. We appreciate your time.
AD gave you a lot of love all season long because he always did as like Aaron Donald, like defensive players of the week type of thing. And multiple times he'd be like calling out Brian Burns, and I'm always doing this over there. Everyone thought it was rigged, but you had the results. I was innocent bystander. It was Brian Burns and Jeffrey Simmons. Brian Burns, Jeffrey Simmons, Tremaine Edmonds. I was like, all right, let's go.
Consistency is everything. So keep that shit up. Keep working, man. I appreciate you for jumping on, having the time, man. Get healthy, get back working, keep grinding, study yourself, watch a lot of film, see what you need to work on, see what even the shit you do great on, study that and trying to be better at it, man. But good luck going into the season, man, and we'll be linking up soon. I'll get your number or send my number to Todd to send to you, so we'll be talking.
I'll put you guys on a group text to connect you guys.
All right, bet, for sure.
Appreciate you, Brian.
If you out here, let me know if you're out here, man. Come get some work, man. Please, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Come get some work, man.
Come through.
All right.
Number 2 in the NFL in sacks, a Pro Bowler, living the dream in New York, and most importantly, in this media member's eyes, the 2025 winner of the Media Good Guy Award. Brian Burns, man, we appreciate you clapping up.
My dog.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate you, Brian.
All right,
man. Appreciate it.
And AD, I know, man, you geek out and talking to the best of the best who played the defensive line and getting things done at the highest level, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm a fan, right? I watch the game of football, and I love guys that play the game, that pop off on film, that make plays, that is a game changer, that can dominate a game, alter a game with one big play, and he got that ability, man. I knew a couple years ago when I was playing, I know his name was floating around in that window, possibly coming with the Rams, and I was like, that'd be great. That'd be a lot of help for me too. Get some of this, you know what I mean? I'm a fan of his. I'm happy for what he's been able to accomplish. One of his, best careers he had in year 6, 16 and a half sacks. That shit ain't easy to get. I know that from experience. So a lot of more success coming his way, man. He's still young.
He is young. He is a great guy. He was very quiet coming out, has slowly grown from a personality standpoint, and his on-field obviously speaks for itself. And I think what's lost in a lot of that is, they didn't win a lot. So he's doing a lot of that production coming from behind without a ton of pass rush opportunities because the other team's running it, not throwing it near as much. So he's done really well. I think he's just scratching the surface because he's, like he said, I'm just starting to get it. I'm starting to get comfortable, and he's going to get in his routine. He's been in the Pro Bowl before. That's not something new for him, but he's doing great, and he's on the right trajectory. And personality wise, he's just unbelievable. So that's awesome. I appreciate that, Aaron. I know he loved talking to you for sure.
So all I want from him now is that team success, man, because it's a different type of feeling. Like the individual success is great. It's a blessing and accomplishment, but team success, man, playing them playoff games and feel that atmosphere, the change of the game is so much more intense. I don't know, for me, I always felt like I was on like the ultimate drug playing in them big games like that. You feed off the energy. Even if you're in a away game, you feed off the crowd saying, ooh, I used to be like, yes, feed off it. It just give me the chills thinking about it, man, because
when you're sitting on the bench, Aaron, like, do you hear the fans from behind you like ever during games? The ones that are yelling at you on a away game?
Well, yeah, you do, but sometimes you're just a normal. Sometimes you're just locked in doing what you do, and sometimes you don't. But, you hear a lot of different things being said, good things, bad things, but, it is what it is. It come with it. Fans just doing their job. They're supposed to get into your head, right?
So after you won the Super Bowl, Seattle wins the Super Bowl, right? And what do they feel? What's their ride like right now over the next week, 2 weeks, whatever it is? Like, what was it for you afterwards? I mean, I remember the parade. I remember a shirt maybe being off. I'm not sure exactly, but
a lot of shirts being off.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. I think you made. Did you even take the shirt off on a late night talk show, or did I make that up, or you just did it at the parade?
I didn't. I would have, but I didn't. But I will say this: I did a lot more, partying and enjoying myself, right? Because it was something that I accomplished. I had to live in that moment for a minute, right? So you go to different events. You get invited to a lot of different events from a lot of people that you grew up watching and being a fan of, that you get to meet and kind of build a relationship with. So I think for me, winning the Super Bowl, it took everything to another level for me, right? I think going out of different countries, you typically, people don't know. Hey, now everybody, hey, champ. I'm like, what? I'm in a whole different. They calling me champ. People know who I am, so it kind of built that up, and then a lot of different opportunities come and knock the door down, man. And it's like you got to take advantage of all them different opportunities that come, even relationship wise. Having these conversations with people that's doing great things in the business space, to just be in the same room with them and pick their brains, right? Because football don't last forever. You still got other things you building outside of football, business adventures that you're doing that you can learn from those guys that's already there. And doing a lot of things and accomplish a lot of things in that business space. So, for me, man, it was the ultimate. It was like the last thing that I was chasing was that trophy right behind me. I accomplished all the individual accolades, a lot of team success, but the one thing we was lacking was being a world champion. I got to go to one, lose one, and then I got to go to one and win one. But not just win one, be a part of making key plays in that game to close it out. Hard fought game. It was different, but I know for Seattle it was a little different because they kind of dominated that game from start to finish pretty much, right? I know people were like, it's boring. I'm like, that's just great defense being played, and then obviously they start getting the 3 points and got a couple touchdowns. They able to get that separation, defensive touchdown. Their experience it's still a hell of an accomplishment, but it wasn't they wasn't as because it didn't come down to the last minute, right? They kind of knew they won a game. But it's a hell of an accomplishment. Guys is enjoying themselves. There's some guys that's probably still partying right now, waking up like this, still a little hungover, right? But they earned the right to enjoy themselves and live in that moment. And it's a long season. So you got 17 games in the regular season. Then you got playoffs, but they only had 2 playoff games and then a Super Bowl game, man. So a long journey, not including camp and OTAs. So they enjoy to be able to, let loose and enjoy their moments and enjoy the family, party a little bit, because shit, you accomplished it. I know when I played, I popped a lot of champagne bottles open, with no shirt on, so you got to be in the moment, man, be in the moment.
Hey, AD, they talk about the Super Bowl hangover, right? So you went through it in 2018 and then trying to get back to that, and it took a few years. Yes. And then the hangover from the actual hangover, right, from the champagne. I guess it's a different motivation where when you lose, obviously you want to get back to that moment, that feeling, that exposure, that everything that embodies a Super Bowl. But then you win it and you want to get back to that feeling and what everything embodies and gets. To Todd's point about what's it like for both coming out of a Super Bowl with a loss and then coming out of a win, and the motivation to get back to that place the following season.
With a loss, it's just the motivation to be like, damn, I fell short. I was here. It's disappointing, right? It hurt. But it's that fire that like, I gotta work. I gotta get better. Next time I get in this opportunity to get in another Super Bowl, I gotta do everything I can to make sure if it presents itself to me to make a play to change the game or alter the game, I gotta make sure that I'm prepared and ready to do that. Winning the Super Bowl, it's like, I accomplished this. Oh, this is the greatest feeling in the world. And it's like a drug. You're addicted to it. You're like, I want to do everything in my power to try to accomplish that and feel that again. Because it's like, after year 8, I was going to retire. Right? I was going to be done after I won a Super Bowl. But it was hard to just walk away after winning a Super Bowl. It's like, I want to feel that. I don't want to accomplish that one more time. I want to see I want to relive it all over again. And that was the motivation, is just to get back there and accomplish it all over again, to feel the confetti on your head, to see my kids running around playing in the confetti, right? Holding the trophy, giving the trophy a big hug and a kiss, right? Going to the ring ceremony and opening up that box and seeing that, the ring and putting on your finger with all your guys that y'all worked to and accomplished that. You want to relive that thing again because it's an addictive feeling. So it pushed you. It pushed me. But, everybody's reason to play this game is different. Mine was just to, in my window of playing football, to be the best I can, accomplish everything I can from the game at the highest level I could. And shit, I was able to do that,
Yeah, obviously the Super Bowl, a chaotic and crazy week, AD. I know you had a lot of things going on, but near the top of that list, I'm guessing, was your work with NBC. You're doing some pregame activities for the Super Bowl. How did that go down, and what was it like, working for NBC on their Super Bowl coverage?
You had butterflies just like game day, but it was good. I was prepared. Obviously, I knew Chris Sims already, had a relationship with him, so I was comfortable working with him. Big Cam Hayward, I knew him, so it was good working with him a little bit, but was prepared. Obviously, I did my homework to just prepare myself, but, Saturday, you kind of, I call it the walkthrough before the game day, right? You kind of go to the venue, kind of get a run of show, kind of get a feel for where we're going to be at, what we're going to be talking about. So I was already prepared, comfortable. Now, fast forward to Sunday, it was just game day. I walked on the boat. I was like, dang, y'all a little tight ass right now. You can tell it's game day. It's a lot different experience. The first day, Saturday, everybody laughing and smiling. Everybody locked in on Sunday. But I enjoyed it, man. I really did. I really never thought in a million years that I would want to do something like that and enjoy doing it. But felt comfortable, felt good, so. And it's different because you think that you just go straight segment, but it's like you only get like 2-minute windows. So it was like, okay, you got to talk with you. And then the whole segment shoots somewhere else. And then so you can't over talk. So that's what the first time we did it on Saturday, I was talking a little too much. And they kept trying to like, you hear me in your ear like, hey, we got to move too. You know what I'm saying? So it was good to get that little practice run on Saturday. And Sunday felt good, man. Felt comfortable, had fun doing it. So
I remember seeing Aaron at the Super Bowl weekend. First of all, when we saw each other, we were so excited because I was like, "Oh, I'm not seeing you on camera." It was awesome. Saw him and his wife, and Aaron and I gave a huge hug and hugged it out. He was at our Athletes First house that we had called The Block, and it was awesome. And when we were talking about him being nervous or whatever, I think I took the phone and I put it on where it faces you, and I'm like, "You see that? What do you see?" He goes, "Myself." I said, "That's why you're going to do good, man. Like, just kill it, just kill it." And so I'm glad to hear that it went well. And I knew if you'd be prepared, you would do great. You were just worried more about yourself because of the high level expectation. That
exactly, that's exactly what it is. I never want to do nothing to be average, but that's what I kept telling everybody. I'm like, worst thing coming to worst. This is what I said on the boat. Just put the camera on my face and I'm just gonna smile. I got a face for TV, man. So just put the camera on my face and I just smile.
For those that didn't get check it yet, you were on a boat, right? So walk me through that. Where were you? How long were you on the boat for? How many hits did you have? Kind of like the pre-production process through Sunday pregame network TV.
So I think we had about 5 different ports we had. We was on a boat. We went on there. We probably boarded the boat around 8. Boat took up around like 9:15. We started actually shooting live at around 10. We docked the boat by like 11:20 or something like that. It was done by 11:30. So it was good. We had the different venues. San Francisco Bridge. What's the prison on the island called again?
Alcatraz.
We was behind there, so we got to see that. That was pretty cool. So, great scenery behind. I will say that damn couple times the water was a little rocky. It was like, oh man, so you had to hold on a little tight. You would have fell over. So, but it was cool, man. Talking ball, that's something that I can do a lot of. Obviously, the experience of what I played with, my thoughts, understanding of the game. It was fine, man. A couple different segments. I think we only had like 4 quick segments. And I thought before when they pitched it to me, I thought it'd be a lot longer until you found out it's like 2-minute windows in between. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get my 2 minutes of TV time and make sure that I do the best that I can to, do my part. So it was good. It was good experience. Good little warm up to it and a little introduction and see if it's something that potentially that we can pursue or do. So.
And when we go to the hotel, like you think we get dropped off and just go to the front door? No, sir. No, sir. We're like the president of the United States, bro. We're going underneath the deck. We get in. His security guard takes us through a service elevator, which we're going through the kitchen, legit, like the president, like Secret Service. We're going through the kitchen. We're seeing all this stuff. Go into the service elevator. I'm like, where does this take us? He's like, don't worry, it takes you to whatever. Just put your floor in. Boom. We get up there. I get off my floor. I was so confused why the security guard stayed on with Aaron and his wife. I thought he would go with me to my room, but I guess he felt I could handle myself. So it wasn't just like a front door entry. We had a good time. It was definitely very cool to see that. That was good. Thank you.
First class experience.
Yes, his name was Miguel, right?
Miguel, right? Miguel, my guy.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was great. So yeah, it was a fun time and a great time spending the day with Aaron. And it's like, you're ripping and running and you joke I was there for 2 or 3 days. I mean, I felt like I was a full-time resident by the time Sunday morning came. I had been there since the weekend before because Pro Bowl is there Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And then Pro Bowl stuff Super Bowl stuff starts Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And so left Sunday morning and got back in time for the game, but exhausted. I'm still exhausted today. I'm still trying to recover.
Because you was on the West Coast, then you back on the East Coast, so your time's all off still.
And and you got to pick and choose. You can't stay up West Coast time and get up East Coast time. You either go to bed East Coast time, get up East Coast time, or do it all West Coast. But when you're up West Coast and your body's up East Coast, and it's not like during the day I'm just sitting around. Like we're moving, like we're hustling.
You're working.
Like I was
you got shit to do.
I was coming from a Dak and Brendan Aubrey event with Visa to hustle back to get to the house to get to you when your podcast was done, so we could hang out and spend the time together. And then we left there and went somewhere. It was just constant moving. So it was a lot.
It's our first chance talking to you since your former teammate and the now most valuable player of the National Football League, Matthew Stafford, announced his decision to return. Clap it up for Matthew.
Yes, Matthew.
Shoot me straight. In your heart of hearts, did you think he'd come back or do you think he'd ride off into the sunset?
Told y'all he's going to come. I told y'all I thought he was going to come back because he had an amazing year. Right, in year 17 to be an All-Pro, to be a MVP winner in the National Football League for the first time in 17 years, and the way he played, to get to the NFC Championship and fall short by a couple plays that could have been a whole altered the game and could have been in the big game. It's hard to walk away from that. I know for me how I would be, but I just thinking how he was playing, all the players he got pretty much is going to be coming back. Right, from the offense side of the ball, defense is going to still be there. The young defense, add a couple pieces on that defense, some veteran guys that can help. But I think they still got opportunity to to make that run and get it done. So I kind of had a good feeling he was going to come back. You just never know, right? Because he still got to have a conversation with his wife, see what he's going on outside of football, how he's feeling. But I kind of figured he was going to come back. But I was happy for him. I was proud of him, right? I think I yelled louder, like you would have thought I won the damn MVP when I heard Matthew Stafford. I'm like, yes, yeah, MVP. I reached out to him, congratulated him, man. But and then it felt even better when he said, as a Rams fan now, hey, I see y'all next year. I was like, yeah, I already knew it though. So a lot of excitement for that organization, knowing that they got that guy back for another year for sure. So all they got to do is get back to work, add a couple pieces here and there to that defense, and go on another run.
Funny because Stafford's the MVP, But if you rewind, I think it was before the season started. Shocking. The media was all about the back issue and the back, and he's done and he can't play and he hasn't practiced and what does it mean? And the back. Here we are, MVP.
Yeah, but I will say this. Being able to take that extra time off your body, letting yourself rest. I had 2 holdouts here, 17 and 18. You do remember that.
Oh, so maybe the media had something going on there, AD.
And what happened in 17 and 18, Todd? Defensive player of the year, and then 2020, we didn't have camp. We didn't have to do all that. What happened that year? Defensive player of the year. Like, to be able to rest your body and still be able to work,
Thank you.
Like,
my guy.
As a veteran guy, you don't have to really, do the OTAs. It's good for the veteran presence to be there, but you don't really need to do camp as long as you're still training and keeping your body where it need to be, man. You take all that toll off your body and get ready for the season. Like, whew, you just flying around. You fresh, you healthy, you ready to go. Mindset's right. So, shit. Rest his ass OTAs. Don't let him, camp. Only do but so much, man. Let that guy, do him. Going to year 18, man. Just make sure he's ready to go come game time.
Great.
You know what I'm saying?
AD,
year 18.
Both of you guys, you know what this means now is that every month Matthew is going to text AD, "We coming back, AD. When we coming back?"
Hey, Todd, we coming back. Let's go. Let's come back, Todd. Let's break the. Nah, look. He said, "You know what I'm saying?" Hey, Hey, listen. If sometimes I be like, I think about it. Can I come? I just ain't got the urge to want to play. But if I wish I did, because I for sure want to play with.
Signal's breaking up, Todd. We lost the Wi-Fi on the LA compound.
I only heard what I heard before the last second.
Don't hear a thing. All I heard was that signal that said, "I'm coming back," and then it went dead.
Yeah, mute.
Man, I wish
AD,
I still had that fire to want to play football, man. I do. I really do wish I still had it. I just don't. Even when I think about, do I want to play? I just ain't got it. I just don't want to do it no more, man. I ain't got the urge to even go through none of that no more. Or train, call my trainer, go on the field and do all that fucking conditioning and thinking about camp and 17 games. I'm like, hell no, man. I'm done with that. But
why don't we just?
But if I did have a fire,
we'll just do spot play. No camp, part of our deal. No condition. Like, you do your own stuff, and then we just tell them we play here and there when they need us, or down the stretch or whatever. You don't have to play all the time. You'll be fresh all the time. Oh my
it's
god!
It's the here and there clause.
But
Todd will put in this contract.
It's just me and my mindset. I couldn't do that, Todd.
We'll work on your mindset. I got you. I'll work on your mindset. Okay.
Love you, man. T. France, welcome back to the Atlanta area. We'll catch up soon. Aaron, safe. Keep it up, man. I'm proud of you. You crushed it on NBC. Really excited for whatever avenue and whatever doors are open in your broadcasting career. But just always remember that it was the Inner Circle podcast, episode 234, whatever it was, where you read the prompter for the first time. The guys get in your ear. Let's speed it up. Let's go.
There you go.
All right. We appreciate everybody hanging out this week on the Inner Circle pod. Keep the comments, the shares, the love coming. And we'll see you next week, everybody. Thanks for joining us.